Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, January 8th, 11 p.m. Mountain Time 2019. You're looking at the current, newest GFS model. It's not filled in for the next 10 days, but in many ways, this will make your head a daze. Heavy snow forecast for the southern Appalachians. I can't even say it. Whew. Heavy snow moving into the southern Sierras, quelching the winter misery. We have a minor touch here in the southern mountains of Colorado. But the big story. Friday, Saturday, a storm erupts in Minnesota, Arkansas, and moves east. Could this be the beast from the east? We're going to watch the models as they develop. But heavy snow moving into New England. Before then, heads up northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, northern New York, and northern Maine. This is not strange, only in an Al Gore world. Al's in his hole now, and it's boom time. Are you prepared? Be prepared, not scared. Caution urged after storm drops heavy snow on Upper Peninsula. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. A storm dropped more than a foot of snow on parts of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, creating hazardous driving conditions, keeping some students home from school. The National Weather Service says the largest snowfall totals Monday were observed in the central and eastern Upper Peninsula and across the tip of the Kinawa Peninsula. Officials are urging people to be cautious when they drive. Stay alive. Welcome to the winter. Snow forecast Monday through your Friday. There's the heavy totals up here. Yeah. And you could see snow in all the major ski resorts through town through your week. This weekend, the southern storm developing through the southern Midwestern region, Arkansas specifically. Heavy snows in the Sierras. Southern Nevada, northern Arizona picking it up. Areas that need much moisture. We'll be getting moist. Let's talk about the moistness of the last 24 hours. I'm going to leave you links to the interactive open snow 24-hour snow total map. It's totally badass. It is. You click on it, you move around, it shows you all the places in the last 24 hours or whatever you pick. You can sort mountains by the last day, 5 days, 10 days. If I clicked on 10-day totals, it would blow your mind. But we're just looking at the 24-hour totals that are brand new. The winner in the last 24 hours is Sundance with 15 inches. June Mountain, 24. Al Gore is no bore. Certainly hiding in his bunker somewhere. Sundance 15, Jackson Hole 8. Get in your hole! Did I tell you to talk? Sorry about that. Snow Basin 8, Brighton 7, Steamboat 5, Brenton Woods 4, Cooper 4, Crested Butte 4, Gore Mountain in New York 4, Jay Peak 4, Silverton 4, Smuggler's Notch 4 in Vermont, Snowbird 4, Snowy Range 4, Whitefish 4, Al Gore's a bore. You know what I want to say. That's the 24-hour totals, which aren't schmodals. They're actual data points. Snow set to return. Northeast Ohio Wednesday weather forecast. Many people in Ohio are worrying they would never see snow again. Well, it will return on Wednesday. And that's tonight's first boom. That's what they say over there at Cleveland.com. Chance for weekend snow in the Carolinas. Brevard County, Rutherford, Asheville, Franklin. You may be fluxed once again. You thought October was an October to remember. Well, January could be lining up, according to the GFS model, to be a January to remember. Whew. That sounds redundant. There could be periods of light snow Saturday with a snow mix Saturday night and then rain Sunday. South of I-85 will probably see all rain, but north of 85 could see snow and a mix of snow Saturday, and will probably be a mix of things in pink and purple and other colors according to this model. Here's your hour by hour. It looks like you're flux. Nashville, Chattanooga, Charlotte's, and ice and broken windows and car crashes. Hour by hour through your Saturday. You're going to be fluxed a little east of there as it continues to move east. Looks like the beast from the east. Whew, holy macaroni. Heavy flooding in your Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama, and Atlanta, Georgia. In Arkansas, if you're not in the Ozarks, you're fluxed. Weekend storm to unleash snow and ice from North Carolina to Virginia. Will it strengthen along the coast? We don't care. We got this European footage of epic snow removal using some type of heavy equipment, which by all means we need to play in a much larger frame. Let's do it again. Will they allow it? No. That was crazy. Clearly, there is a snow dump in Europe. There it is. It's like a cherry picker. I don't even know what's going on there. Certainly we're buffering. And you, the viewer, is suffering. That doesn't look safe. Ow! Look at this footage, you prick! Oh my god. It's never gonna snow. Ever. Ever! Let's get rid of that before it freezes us all up to hell. AccuWeather meteorologists are homing in on the impacts of the storm. Up to several inches of snow is forecast from Missouri to the Ohio and Kentucky during the first parts of the weekend as the storm heads eastward. The snow will spill over the southern Appalachians Saturday evening and onward to the mid-Atlantic coast. Saturday night, snow, slippery and dangerous travel conditions everywhere Saturday night will be your plight. Cincinnati to the east, all the way to the coast, D.C., Delmarva Peninsula, New York, Pittsburgh, you're fluxed. All of West Virginia getting in on the action, all the way south into Georgia. And this guy smashing into the car once again is the only footage that they have. Here's your storm snapshot for Sunday, which will not be your fun day. Nor'easter moves up, crushes D.C., New York, Boston. That will be your lost in. Quickly will transfer to take place and blah, 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 and then we'll watch it. Remember the blizzard of 98. It almost seems like this is just repeated every night. Global warming, nor'easter coming, crushed. Boom! There's your model. You could suck it. Get in your hole, Al. Get in the hole. Pack my bowl. Heavy snow for northern New England. Another powerful storm in the west. Heavy snow will impact parts of northern New England through Wednesday from upstate New York to Maine as back-to-back low-pressure systems sweep across the northeast seaboard and drive a cold temperature regime into the east. Meanwhile, another very large and powerful Pacific storm will totally bury Washington State, northern Idaho, and parts of western Montana. Yes, the North Sierras are not going to be left out either. And they will continue to get pummeled as the week progresses. We'll be watching it. Come over here to weather.gov, Weather Ready Nation map. Click on your county to see how fluxed you are. Extreme cold warning in Norman Wells. Well. An extreme cold warning has been issued for Environment Canada for the Norman Wells Tulita region. Temperatures could reach as low as minus 50 this afternoon, 13 degrees short of the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth. The extreme wind chills are expected to completely embarrass all global warming alarmists as they freeze to death if they are drunk and left outside of the bar without a car. One could only wish. Halo. Oh, wait till you see the people in Dubrovnik dancing on the pillars of Croatia. It is amazing. Lack of snowfall means lower demand for snow removal necessities. What the f*** are they talking about? Lack of snowfall means lower demand. Heavy snow in Austria, Germany causes chaos for travelers. Berlin, coming out today. Heavy snow caused travel chaos in parts of Germany, Austria, and authorities closed roads and train routes because of avalanche dangers in airports, reported weather-related cancellation Saturday. München Airport, Germany's second biggest, said 120 flights were cancelled and others were delayed while workers cleared runways of snow and removal of ice from the planes. Video posted on the Facebook page of Gut Adebachi, an animal sanctuary, showed horses galloping through the snowy paddock in Austria. Here we have actual proof of what we've just said. Yes, proof of the horses galloping through the global warming goodness in the Austrian outback. In Austria, training and qualification stage for the annual four-hill ski jump was cancelled. An actual snow ski jumping competition was cancelled because of snow. Oh! Authorities closed roads in Bachschenpfoffen where the competition was being held, and then it was no longer being held, according to authorities that were riding on the Budweiser Clydesdales through the global warming goodness. Yes, it was amazing. The public broadcaster OFF, which is not to be confused with Oppenheimer Ranch Project. You've just closed that F, you got it. Report that the small village of St. Johann was evacuated because authorities feared strong winds could trigger avalanches, burying them in global warming. Some 600 residents and tourists were stuck in the village, worried that Al Gore would completely bury them and suffocate them to death in his global warming goodness. And then they all were taken away on the horses, and everything was wonderful. And that's a boom. Sometimes I just feel like Freddie Mercury. Washington Post, we can't even read a full article because we don't subscribe. Snow coats ancient monuments in Athens and even dusts some beaches in Greece, to say the least. That might be Lindsay Lohan's new completely rip yourself off and get hammered while people steal your purse area. Watch out! Athens awakened to a coating of snow Tuesday thanks to storm systems passing by and a shot of cold from the Central European Grand Solar Minimum, which penetrated south into Lindsay Lohan's area in the Mediterranean. Photos revealed a film of snow covering several of the city's famed landmarks, including the Acropolis Hill, archaeological site of the Temple of Zeus, and the Academy of Athens. This is completely unprecedented. Level 4 avalanche warnings in Alps after blizzards claim 10 lives. Ow! Are you donating to those families? You coward. Do you know how much your electric bill is at your mansion in Maui or wherever it is? At least 10 people have died in Europe as snowstorms swept through much of the continent over the weekend. 7 deaths have been reported in the Alps, 3 in Greece. Several people remain missing, including 4 in Norway. Avalanche risk in the Northern Alps remains at level 4, second highest, with another round of heavy snow in the forecast. It could be buildings collapsing any moment. Winter storm known as Andre swept through much of Europe over the past couple of days, dropping a huge amount of snow, stranding residents and causing severe traffic disruptions. Snowstorms brought by Andre and avalanches claim lives of at least 10 people. According to BBC, 2 separate avalanches killed 2 German skiers in Austria's Vorarlberg Mountains. A third skier died in Pongau district near the Salzburg in Bavaria. A skier died when a tree collapsed near Bad Tolz near Sunny Bono, and an avalanche killed a young woman in Bavaria's Tietzenberg Mountains as she was sipping upon tea and nibbling on chocolates. 2 climbers died in the Italian Alps and 3 people in Greece after they lost control of the vehicle during the snowstorm using the tweeter. Several people remain missing. Extreme cold expected in Dubrovnik, that is in Croatia. In fact, the most visited and ancient walled city of all the Mediterranean, Dubrovnik in Croatia, is now experiencing an extreme cold outbreak. According to the Hydrometeorological Institute of Dubrovnik-Neretva, it will be cold. Man, am I parched. That's a cold dance. It's an ancient Croatian. Never mind. Climate is getting more extreme in every possible way, except all the ways that global warming predicted. But they're blaming it on climate change now because global warming has been renamed to climate change, and everything that climate change didn't predict is now predicted from, global warming or whatever. From precipitation to the carbon cycle to natural disasters to mental illness, the outliers are now the norm. The term climate change is often used interchangeably with global warming because the narrative has shifted in the last few years. And while overall global temperatures are warming, not anymore, for over 2 years, the effects of climate change are not limited to hot temperatures anymore because the temperatures stop getting hotter. Awesome! Global warming doesn't mean it has to get warm anymore. In fact, some locations are going to get colder, according to global warming. And historically destructive, according to global warming, when they get cooler. Rainfall records, hurricane seasons, and all the others you want to blame on it, we're going to say it's all because of it. Eat your almonds. Climate change is more extreme, and we told you. It's your fault, you pricks. Dirty humans. Pay your taxes. Winter storm blasts Europe, 13 dead amid heavy snow and gusts. In Norway, attempts to find the bodies of 4 skiers were again put on hold due to poor visibility and heavy snowfall. Ow! Get over here and clean my slippers or something. Sweep up or something. Ow! Hundreds of people were snowed in the alpine region and warned of risk of high avalanches. Parts of Scandinavia were left without electricity. High winds caused flight delays, cancellations in the Netherlands as deadly winter weather continued to blast Europe on Tuesday. Many people were without heat because of all of the global warming policy changes and the fact that there's no natural gas available. Oh, and you can't burn wood anymore because the planet's burning up. That's why you're freezing to death. Several people have already been killed in weather-related incidents over the last week. Seismic update. Boom! Japan rocking today. 6.3. No other quakes of note. Oh, I digress. Historic 3.7 in Hollandale, Mississippi. I hope that's fracking related. Or the New Madrid is waking up. Buckle your seatbelts, kids. The show is just getting started. It's 2019, which will be the beginning of the rest of your lives. Volcano erupts on remote Papua New Guinea island. Manam erupting to 56,000 feet. No video footage. I searched for hours. That's how remote the island is. Only stills. And I stills can't show them to you. Powerful eruption at Manam. Ash to 16.7 kilometers, 55,000 feet. According to Papua New Guinea volcanic sources, where they have many horses. According to Darwin Vox satellite imagery, volcanic ash cloud rose 16.7 kilometers, 55,000 feet above sea level, reported 22:59 UTC. And here's the picture that you can see. VEI 3, much? Heads up. Okay, let us click on many of these tabs. Just 12 more left. Worldwide volcano news update. Reventador, Fuego, Popo, Ducono, Planchon, Petaloa, Seyadensoa, Krakatoa, Shivalush, and Manam. Now, Manam continuous volcanic ash today after the major 55,000 foot explosion yesterday is continuing. But the information is limited, and you cannot even get historical information from the Smithsonian now that the government has been shut down so long. They actually, the public, by not even allowing you to access the database. Click on Manam, and it goes back to the same stupid page that says that we're closed, so we shut down the database. You fucking pussies. If you have a subscription to Smithsonian, cancel it. They can suck it. I have to go to Wikipedia during the government shutdown to get the only remaining information on this historic volcano. And that should be worrying you, because as soon as the government shuts down, the information is shut down. You're shut down in your town. Are you prepared? I doubt it. No one is. Not for what's coming, and not for how it will roll out piece by piece, day by day, as they extract the remaining wealth from your pocketbook. Now, Manam, locally known as Manamotu, is on an island located in the Bismarck Sea across Stefan Strait in the Yawar, the northeast coast of the mainland of Papua New Guinea's Bogia district. And there that baby is, clouding up and blowing up. There was over 9,000 people put at risk in recent times back in 2004 due to pyroclastic flows and an uptick. And those same residents are now at risk in such a remote area that should make it even scarier. Now, why the child of Krakatoa or Ana Krakatau remains dangerous? Well, because we've told you it's dangerous. It historically erupts due to cosmic ray activity on a periodicity of grand solar minimum. And the last time it blew, people's ears ruptured for 50 miles. Tens of thousands were instantly dead. And hundreds of thousands will be dead if it erupts in a similar fashion. And now the entire volcano is missing. And what we're left with is a hole in the ocean where it is now erupting under the ocean. So if this goes off at VEI 5 or 6, the phreatic nature, meaning the steam, the evaporated ocean water occurring because of an eruption of that magnitude, will change the temperature on Earth in 1 month. It will darken the skies. And this region, the people will be totally inundated with a three-dimensional tsunami that goes everywhere, because the explosion is going to happen in the subsurface of the ocean. Now here's a multi-wavelength view of a supernova remnant. And I wish Doug Vogt was sitting next to me, because he would be giggling, because this baby is also 20,000 light years away. Which means the light of this supernova is getting here at the same time that the purported last supernova happened here. Same time frame. And again, another supernova, and the star is sitting right in the middle. It's still there. The star is still there. So the reworking of astrophysics is There's a lot of work to be done. The star is not blowing up, per se, but it is certainly novaing. And the details are G54.1 plus 0.3. That's what the name of this image is. 20,000 light years away from us. Supernova-ing star that the star and maybe a binary star right next to it is still there. No star destroyed in the supernova, as you were told. Remember you were told supernovas? Here's Bennu. They just flew by, and they're telling us this is the Earth and the Moon. 70 million miles away. That's how big the Earth is. And that's the asteroid. Target insertion. Bennu. Target insertion. Bennu. This video. Asteroid Bennu slips past OSIRIS-REx flyby view. And you can watch it in CGI. China lunar probe sheds light on the dark side of the moon. There's the moon and the Earth to scale. And there's a bunch of fancy rocket pictures. And there's no other pictures or information except words. You be the judge on that. What's going on over there on the dark side of the moon. Lots of photos coming out from there. Not. China approves the first GMO crops imported from the United States in 18 months. Now the poisons are spreading globally. 5 genetically modified crops approved by China's Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs as a goodwill gesture towards the resolution of trade issues are now poisoning animals throughout China. And look at these evil scumbags. If you still think politicians are out there to help you, and you're not talking about people at the local level, you're brainwashed. These eyes realize, and yours don't. Start preparing now for this science that we lay down on a daily basis. Because historical information is the actual situation. Cycles are everywhere. History repeats itself. And if you've been watching from the rip, you know it's about to hit the fan. Check out the Oppenheimer Ranch Preparedness store. Come and meet like-minded people at LeakCon 2019 in May. 50 VIP tickets remain, and they have your name on it. We love each and every one of you. Proper prior planning prevents piss-poor performance. Be safe.